With the last video, you went to colors and you looked up color palettes that you enjoyed. So for example, if you enjoyed this color palette, you would have wrote down the color codes, or you can just stay on this page and I will show you how you are going to use Canva to help you create a personalized banner for your portfolio. So the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure that you are in whatever class of Canva your teacher has given you the code for. If your teacher has not given you a code for one, that's fine. You can do it on a regular Canva account. The teacher Canva account just gives you access to more of the features within Canva. So if this is your class, Principles of AV/Fashion, you're going to go to Design Spotlight and then to Banner Maker. Depending on what your teacher asks you to do, you can either, if they're okay with you using a template, you can start with a template and change it up. Or in my case, I do not let my students use any of these because I want them to use their creativity. So I am going to click Background, and I'm going to decide which of these colors I want to be my first background. So if I want it to be this E5989B, I can either click on it or I'm going to be able to just place it in right here to the color code, Control V, and now I have that background color. Then I'm going to go to my elements. And in my elements, I'm going to be able to add any of these things. So maybe I want this to pop out of this side, and then I'm going to have another one be in the corner coming out of the other side. Then maybe something I want to do, let's see, let's look at more lines and shapes. Okay, I kind of like this one, so I'm going to layer it, and of course it is the same color, so I'm going to change the color. Oops, why didn't it? There it goes. So I am going to change the color just so I can see it. We'll mess around with the colors in just a little bit. And then maybe I want to Control C, Control V to make a copy and bring the other one over here. Now, of course, these are the same colors, and that's not what I want. So I'm going to go back over here, change the color, and now I have a design. Then I can go to text, and I can use any of these if I wanted to. Let's say I wanted to use rodeo. So I'm going to click on that one. Whoops. And then I'm going to double click, and I made 2 copies of it. Whoops. One moment. Okay. I'm going to backspace, and I'm going to use my first banner. So it's Miss O'Neill's. Whoops, it's going to be way too big. We'll fix it. Fashion portfolio. Okay. I said we were going to fix it. We're going to do that right now. Let's bump it down to like 18. And then this one right here will control the spacing between my lines. As you can tell, my top line and my bottom line, they're very squished. So I'm going to make my spacing quite a bit more. There we go. Now here's where you're really going to want to pull from those colors within your color palette. Well, come on. Got to make it even. Where you're really going to want to pull from those colors within your color palette, because you are going to take, for example, this color, and you can change the color of your name or your title. So I could make it that color. And then I am going to take this color, and maybe I want to change all of my different squares. So I'm going to change the color codes on that. The reason why we're doing this is to broaden our creativity. You are really wanting to get as creative as possible. Let's see. Why isn't this working? There it goes. Okay, so we have that one, and I'm going to go ahead and make it mirror match. And then you'll take another color that you haven't used, like this one right here, and you're just really all you're doing is playing around with different colors and color theory to see what you like and what you're interested in. Luckily, it holds the color right there. There are tons of different elements that you can do to personalize this. So you would continue going. I challenge my students. In fact, I make it a requirement in my class that all of their banners be very different, but have the same color palette. So they need to all look cohesive, but not the same. So say if you're happy with this, I would expect more in my class, but for the time being, this is okay. You are going to click add page. And then depending on how your teacher decided to have you organize your portfolio, you would label it whatever you wanted to, and you can change the background. And look, all of your colors are already saved up here. So maybe this time I want to have this color be my main background. And then the next time, maybe I want it to be this one. Because it's a little bit darker. So you're going to go and change it around. So that is how you create banners using Canva. And I am going to show you in the next video how you are going to take what we just did here and upload it to your fashion portfolio.